Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all. But first and foremost, Grand Rising. First and foremost, thank God that we all woke up this morning in Grand Rising. I know a lot of y'all is up early this morning, getting ready for church, getting ready to give the good Lord praise. Yo, I just wanted to share this video with y'all. I just wanted to chat with y'all because I got a question. As we all know, there's been like a lot of school shootings that's been happening over the years. It seems like bullying is on a high rise because, like I said before, yeah, school is already out for the summer, yeah, but you do got some kids that have anxiety. You got some teenagers and some young adults that have like some serious anxiety about going back to school. Reason being is because bullying is on a high rise, not fitting in, being treated like an outcast, being treated like garbage. You know, I mean, you wanna be the type of girl that wants to get all the guys to hit on you, or you want to be the type of guy that wants the girls to hit on you, but guys at school they bully you and they tell you that you don't get no girls. And I know how that is. You know, when I was in school, I used to get bullied. I used to get teased for how I looked. I used to get called ugly a lot when I was in high school. And you see, it got to the point where I started to actually feel like I was ugly. But like I said before, no matter how many times I get called ugly, I'm going to always tell myself that I'm handsome. But anyway, I got a question. I got a serious question. What is something that can be done to where the students can be excited to go to school? What is something that can be done? What is something that can take place? I just got a question, but I'm gonna give you my answer like I do as always. What is something that can be done to where the kids can be excited to go to school? Teach them valuable information, teach them stuff that they need to know, teach them a thing or two about financial literacy. Because some of these kids, they be like having to deal, with stuff in their family when it comes down to like money and finances. And you see, money and finances, this is corporate America. This is a corporation. Living in corporate America, you need money. You gotta make money. Living in corporate America, you need money in order to survive. You know what I mean? And yeah, people be talking about saying that stuff here is expensive. People be talking about saying that everything is going up but their paycheck. But you see, you don't have to be satisfied with that. You can create your own reality. But the problem with the school system is that they brainwash you, they lie to you to making you think you don't have the power to do that. They pretty much tricked you into making you think that you don't have any power at all. You just have to accept everything for what it is, and you don't. You don't have to accept life for what it is. You have the power to create your own reality. You can do whatever it is that you want to do, no matter what they say. But I feel like ways things can be better is to teach students valuable information, teach them about financial literacy, teach them about knowing the difference between assets and liabilities. Because I know for a fact the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I haven't finished reading the book as of yet. I'm like halfway there, but I've been reading the book, and yes, I've been reading the book. I haven't been listening to the book on audio. I read books. I don't do the audio thing, but yeah, you have to know the difference between assets and liabilities, and you see, I'm pretty sure the average person doesn't even know that when it comes down to the poor and the rich people don't work for money. The money works for them. And you can put yourself into a position where instead of you working for the money can work for you. It's all in the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by author Robert Kiyosaki. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can put yourself into a position where the money works for you. This is information that I found out reading the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. But yeah, like yeah, I feel financial literacy is a must. I feel financial literacy is something that needs to be taught in school. Yeah, see, what can be taught in school is teaching students like skills that they need when they get out here in the real world. When you teaching them algebra, polynomials, monomials, factoring trinomials, that's stuff that they're not even gonna use, and that right there is what makes school a waste of time. When a student is being taught a bunch of information that they don't even need to know, it's a waste of time. And to tell you the truth, there has been some teachers that actually have integrity, that have actually stepped down from the occupation because they knew that with the stuff that they was required to teach, they knew that it was gonna be a waste of time for the students, and they didn't want to like be the ones to teach students a bunch of information where it pretty much just sets them up to fail. But yeah, that's one of the ways like school, kids can be excited about going to school. You know what I mean? Like because when you teaching them stuff that they don't even need to know, and then it's like they finish school, they graduate, they get their high school diploma, they don't really have a lot of job experience, and they doing like all these job applications, and it's like they're having like a harder time finding them a 9 to 5. But some of them students have big dreams. Some of them students don't want to work a 9 to 5 job at all, and that is okay. They have big dreams. They just want to live their life. They don't want to be in the matrix, and they don't want to end up stuck in the matrix, and that is okay. You know what I mean? But yeah, financial literacy is a must. Learning stuff that you need to know in order to make it out here in real life. And I would also say too, cause I told y'all this before. I told y'all this before that this is something important for students to learn in school when it comes down to bullying and being on a high rise. Because like I was saying, with all the bullying that be going down, for people that compare the school system to the prison system, some of these students probably be thinking that they gotta have the mindset of an inmate in prison because like I told y'all before, an inmate in prison, they know in their mind that in order for them to survive, in order for them to make it out, they know in their mind that they're gonna be in a situation where they have no choice but to fight. They have no choice but to get physical in order for them to survive, in order for them to make it out alive. They know that. Violence in prison happens all the time. Inmates be getting stabbed and everything. But yeah, students in school, when it comes down to a bullying them, the student knows in their mind that they may be in a situation where they may have no choice but to fight too. If a student is bullying them and won't leave them alone, they know in their mind they may have no choice but to fight. You know what I mean? So yeah, another thing I feel that students should learn is self-defense. I feel that they should teach self-defense classes, martial arts. You know what I mean? Self-defense. Now, that doesn't mean that the school has to pay money to buy the students like gis. If they're gonna like agree to teach them like karate, whether it's like Japanese karate or Okinawan karate, Shotokan, Kyokushin, or if they agree to teach them Ishinryu, Shorinryu, Goju-ryu, or Chito-ryu, which is all of the Okinawan styles, or even if they teach them Kenpo, they don't have to spend money on the gis, or if they teach them like the world's most popular martial art, Taekwondo, they don't have to spend money on getting them gis, or if they was to teach them Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which Jiu-Jitsu is a Japanese martial art, but over the years, Royce Gracie, he invented Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's became popular over the years in America, but yeah, self-defense. Yeah, self-defense. I feel that like self-defense classes is a must because with all of the school shootings that keep on happening, all of the violence that keeps on happening, some kids don't even be making it home to their parents due to a school shooting or a school stabbing that went down. But yeah, those are the things that I feel that'll make kids excited to come to school because like, because that's the thing. It's the law. You have to go to school. Parents have to take their kids to school because by the law, if they don't, they go to jail. But at the same time, gotta make sure the kids are you gotta make sure the kids are safe in school. And if people are like tired of all of the chaos that goes on in school, the misbehaving, students falling asleep in class, they should have discussions. They should have discussions like this on what needs to be done to where kids can be excited to come to school instead of being anxious, instead of being depressed. Because yeah, school kids are rough. I know how it is. I mean, I was bullied in school myself. So yeah, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. Love y'all.